this is Patty with Sleepy Glen Farm. Well, it's been a long time since we put out a video, but it will be forthcoming on what's been going on with us. I was just a little bit busy today, and I was getting some things together, and I was out in the front planting bulbs that I had bought from the store, just some little pretty flower bulbs. And then Keith was cleaning out a flower bed around one of the trees in the side yard here, and I said I'm going to plant garlic out there because I need to get my garlic in. So what I have here is I've got some garlic that I have already separated. This is what it looked like before I separated it, just like the garlic that you buy in the store, except these came from my garden that I pulled out in, I think, September maybe? No, not quite that late, maybe July. So I'm really excited to regrow my garlic. I have a lot of these little ones, and I thought, well, I don't like cooking with little garlics. They're too hard to handle. I don't want to cut my fingers off, and by the time you smash them, there's nothing left of them. So I'm just going to I'm going to tear apart this big one, and it will look something like, oh, these little guys. And I'm just going to put them back in the ground. I'm not going to use them, but I'll see if I can grow something. Garlic needs to go through a nice frost, a nice freeze, and our temperatures are still really nice here. It's going to be, I think, 79 tomorrow, and we're going to be out on the water. So I thought today was a great day to get these into the ground. I'm going to tear these apart too, just in case I didn't mention that. I've already separated my elephant garlic. That's these great big ones. I love cooking with these because it's almost like a one and done. I just, cut it off, go through it, chop it, slice it, dice it, add it to my food, and it's not real peppery tasting. It's got a nice smooth flavor. These other ones, I'm not sure what they are because I labeled all my stuff last year in my greenhouse, but my labels sort of vanished. The ink disappeared. So cannot tell you what these are, and I cannot tell you what these are, but I can tell you they're good, and I'm going to grow them again. So I'm going to get busy. I'm going to get these all separated. If you've ever had to separate your cloves from your garlic, you know it can be a little tough. So give me just a second here, and I'll show you how I'm going to do this. Okay, this is what it should look like on the inside. And there's probably 3 cloves right here, so I'm just going to separate them. Oops, just like that. Okay, and stick them in here. When I put them in the ground, I'm not going to label them. I'm not a labeler. I know some people like to label things. I like just to grow stuff, fun stuff, but I know that everything in this flower bed by the tree in the back is going to be garlic. Fun garlic. So here's another one. Now, I'll explain this when I get outside, but when you get outside, the part that came off of the root here, that's the part you're going to put in the ground. So it's going to go in the ground this way. So you're going to see, I don't have my glasses, it will probably be this side right here. That right there. I'm going to stick it in the ground that way, okay? And then come springtime, everything should be shooting up. So let me get busy here. Let me get these pulled apart. And they're coming apart real nicely. And I try to keep as much paper on here as possible. I think it's better for the garlic. Oh, look at all these little ones. Now, I don't know if these little ones will actually grow something. Maybe that's why I have little ones, because I did grow these little ones. Maybe I should just be growing the big ones, but who knows? We'll see if I can get something to grow. If it doesn't grow, it doesn't grow. If it does grow, yay. I will be so excited. Here's a good one for an example. This part here, see that part there? That's a part that's going to go on the ground, and the pointy one will go up in the air. And I'm only going to put it, say this, maybe a little bit deeper in the ground. So I'll dig my hole about this far, put it that far down in the ground, and then add dirt over the top of it. Now, right now is a good time to get your garlic into the ground. They say to plant it in September or late October. This is the 1st of November, but you need to make sure you get it in 2 weeks before your first frost. And when you get them in the ground, like I said, you want to put this part, the root part, back into the ground about 3 or 4 inches, okay? You want to cover it up with dirt, give it a little bit of water. I'm not going to water mine when I get them in the ground because we're supposed to have rain here in a couple of days, which will be fine. The dirt will settle around all these. And then you can put a layer of straw over the top, a layer of leaf mulch, which we have a lot of leaves out right now. But you want to make sure that you keep these warm enough so that it'll start growing a root and get established before the freeze hits. Because once the freeze hits, then it's not going to grow anymore until the soil warms up again. So let's go outside and get these planted. Okay, I've already got my beds all ready, ready to put my garlic in. I've just loosened up all my dirt, and I've taken any kind of big rocks out. This bed here had a whole bunch of rocks. The other owner put some decorative rocks in here, and so we took them out and we put them in other places on the property here. So all I'm gonna do is make sure that the soil is loose, like I said, and I can feel the rocks right down here. Hear that? Oy. So I'm just gonna have to plant the best I can around this stuff. These are pretty big rocks. And of course Roxy is going to take them. She's gonna go play with them. She's so silly. There we go. She's gone. Okay. So here's my garlic. And I'm gonna take my big ones, my elephant garlic. And remember, this side here that had the root on it before is going to go into the ground, and the pointy side up. Got that, Roxy? So I'm just going to set them here for now. And I'm going to space them, about, I don't need a whole lot of room, but I got plenty of room, so I don't have to crowd them. So I'm going to do it like about this deep. Okay. So once I got them in place and I know where they're at, then I'm just going to push them a little bit further into the ground and cover them. And last year, if you remember, I was at Kay's house, late bloomer, and her and I planted garlic in her raised beds. Hi Kay, how you doing? It's garlic time. So, hope you're getting your garlic in the ground, Kay. Wish I was there with you too. All right. So, here we go. Stop. I had some other things I had to get done, but now I'm back. I got to finish this up because we got some cold weather coming up in the forecast, and I don't want these to freeze. So I'm going to water this down really good, and then I have a bag of leaves that I already bagged up, but I brought them back out and tore it open. I'm going to put a nice pile on top here, and then I'm going to water it again because I want these garlics to stay nice and warm when the freeze comes. Okay, so let's get it done. And the trick is keeping Roxy out of here. Get out, get out, get out. What's the matter with you? Okay, folks, that's going to wrap it up for me for this one. I've got my garlic in the ground here, and it was the garlic that I grew last year. So I'm just replanting it. I'm not buying any new garlic. I pulled all the cloves off. I've got them in the ground. I watered it, and now I've got my leaf mulch down that I collected all around the yard here, and it's going to be a nice warm bedding for my garlic so that they can grow and start their root development before they get frozen. That's what we don't want to do, is let our roots freeze. It'll give the roots a good chance to start growing before the bad weather sets in, like end of December, 1st of January. So get your garlic in the ground. It's super important. Also, we covered seed saving. Start saving your seeds. Go to the grocery store. If you buy pepper plants, save the pepper seeds. I've got pepper seeds for red, yellow, orange. Don't have any green ones yet. I'm not a big fan of the green peppers, but I got tons of jalapeno seeds. If you want me to share some with you, I'll be more than happy to put some in the mail for you. Just, you know, send me a message and give me your address. And start thinking about springtime, because before you know it, spring is going to be here. Okay, and we haven't even hit the holidays yet. And you know how fast time flies. So start seed saving, get your garlic in the ground. Until then, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications when we upload another video. Thanks for hanging out with me.